What are you doing? What? I'm just chiseling away the snow from my car. Why don't you just get a Land Rover? Of course I'm gonna buy a brand new car. I'm not gonna buy an old Land Rover. I need a new car to impress my friends. Yeah, impress them enough. I'm gonna go have my breakfast. You see, when you own a Land Rover, you get an auxiliary heater. Most Land Rovers, I think most Range Rovers and most Range Rover Sport, and if I'm correct, the big Discoveries, those ones, you get an auxiliary heater, which, let me tell you something, is amazing. Because rather than spending your morning defrosting your windshield, just like that guy over there. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'm going to show you 1700 ways to defrost your car, but don't worry, by the time you finish, the winter will have been gone. So on to the beginning, I'm going to start by using chemicals, and then I will move on using potato peels, shower cream, shaving gel, toothpaste, and if all fails, I'm going to use the chisel and a hammer. And like I said, by the time you complete this video, you'll have died anyway. So, what? It's okay, don't worry about it. You could be having your breakfast and let the car defrost itself. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am actually talking about a fob that is supplied to you when you bought your car. And a fob looks like, if you just bear with me a second, it looks like this. And today I'm going to show you how to use this fob. Now, if you don't have this fob because you bought your car as a second hand, you may still be able to use the system because you may be able to buy a fob. You could buy second hand from like a Facebook Market or from online. To be honest with you, I don't know where you can get it from, but I'm sure you can get it from somewhere. Or if you don't want to buy the fob, I'm going to show you what other methods we can use to defrost the car. Because the weather like today, it would be nice to just sit down, have a breakfast. Good morning, everyone. By the way, this cup, do you like this cup? Look. Alex got me this cup, so thank you, Alex, for the cup.
You're most welcome.
Is it a mug or a cup?
Depends.
It's a mug, yeah.
In British English, it's mug. In American English,
That's good coffee. What is it in American English? What is it?
cup.
A cup.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start in the back because I'm going to show you something. It's called a transmitter. Okay. Now let me define what this fob will do. This fob will ignite an auxiliary heater in the front of the engine. Usually it's located over here. Come, I'll show you. So the auxiliary heater is usually under the bonnet in here, or it could be on the side from the inside, or it could be actually behind the wheel arch. Okay. If you don't want to go digging there, just take a look over here. It maybe just here. Now each model is different. If it was a big Range Rover or Range Rover Sport, or actually if it was the different engines, because you have 4.4, you have the 3 liter, and you have the 3.6, I believe, and things like that. So they will reallocate it differently. So just take a look on which car you have, and as soon as you turn it on, there is an actual diesel heater over here who has a separate exhaust that will heat your car. Look how bad the windscreen is. That's very bad. Wow, that's an ice cream. Okay, so you can turn it on, and for this one it has a transmitter. Let me show you where the transmitter is, because if this fob is not working for you, you may need to do something with the transmitter, or you may need to change the battery. Okay, let me show you how I changed the battery, because I've done that clip a long time ago. Early this year I've changed the battery. I'm gonna put the clip for you right now. When we received the car, this is the battery that came with the fob, and it says LR44. This is the battery that came with the fob. However, this is the wrong battery. So this is the battery that should come with the device, or this is the battery you should install. Look at the difference in size. So it's as if like two of these. Okay, this one is the CR1 3N. So you could use a coin to turn it. Remove this. The minus goes down and the plus is up. like so, and you put it. Now, when I used to press this button, this one used to flash orange. Orange means the battery is weak or wrong. So I'm gonna press off first and see if we can get a green. Ready? Can you see the fob?
Yes, I can.
Can you see the light here? It's going to flash.
Let's see.
3, 2, 1.
Yes,
Now it's red.
Red, yeah.
And that means now it's okay. It did sync, because one red flash, that means it did sync. Now let's press on and see if the heater will turn on. Green. Light is on. I can hear something in the background. Yes, heater is on.
I can hear it, yeah.
And now we can control the heating with this remote without unlocking the car or keeping the car open or anything like that. So in the back of your boot, if you reach to this area over here, you should find a handle. If you were to open it and remove it, you can find a transmitter here. This transmitter, it speaks to the diesel heater or the auxiliary heater and this fob. Now, if your fob is not syncing with this transmitter, what you can do is unplug it from here and wait 5 seconds, plug it back, and within the first 10 seconds, just resync it again with the fob, and that should work. But if you don't want to buy the fob, if you don't want to resync it, or you're still having issues, don't worry. Remember, you still own a Land Rover, not like this guy. What? So now we're in the car. You can see it's very cold in here. If you don't have the fob that I just spoke about, what you can do is actually go to the main screen here, the infotainment system, and turn it on from here. But that, of course, means that you have to get in the car, so you cannot actually turn it on while you're getting ready or having breakfast or whatnot. So let me show you how you can turn it on from the entertainment system. So what we need to do is get in the car and make sure the engine is not turned on yet, okay? So that's before you're turning on the engine. Then we are going to go into the time climate, okay? And then you can do manual heat. So you click on manual heat and that will do the same thing. It will turn on the auxiliary heater. And you can just wait for the car to turn on. It says 30-minute heat or vent vehicle climate. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Now, if you cannot be bothered doing all of that and you have a schedule, so you set off 8 o'clock in the morning every day, what you can do actually, this is the third way of turning on, is put a timer. So you can set the timer over here, for example. You can say at what time, for example, let's say 8 o'clock, okay, and then click OK. And it's as simple as that. At 8 o'clock, it will turn on.
By itself, yeah? Regardless of what you are doing.
Exactly. It will turn on at 8. What do you mean?
So, like, if you're in the house having breakfast or doing something else, the car will turn on?
Exactly.
Nice.
So it will turn on at 8 o'clock and it'll be ready for you. And it's the same thing after work. Let's say you finish at 5. So you would put the timer at 5 o'clock and it's the same thing. So you'll say, for example, I want it to be turned on 5 o'clock. And I'll put AM and AM, ignore that, these are just examples, okay, so obviously I'm doing it wrong. And that's it, that's how you put the timer control. So you have 3 ways of controlling it. You can use the fob, you can use the manual heater, and you can use the timer. But let's say all of these 3 options are not available for you. Neither the fob, the timer, or the manual heater. I'm not going to actually turn the car on because I want you to hear me better. So we're going to turn the car on and then click on this button, the defrost button. Or actually we need to turn this button on. That is the front heater. And what that will do is turn the element heater in the front windshield, so in the glass itself, not from the heater, not from the top heater. It will be actually from the glass itself. If you look closely, you can see there's lines going down on the glass, and these are actual heaters in the glass. And if you closely here at the end, can you see that at the end, Alex? You see at the end?
I think so.
I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there are 2 lines, and they are to defrost the windscreen wipers. And if we go on the outside, I want to show you something else of how a Land Rover is better in winter than any other car. Let's go outside, which is something I noticed because I drive a lot in winter. So let's go outside and I will show you what I mean. Another reason why I think Land Rovers are the best is take a look closely here on the windscreen wiper blade. Can you see the difference between here and then it's flat and down? Can you see this distance? Let's take a look at the other one. Maybe the other one is easier to take a look at. Can you see I can put my hand, the whole hand here?
Yes.
And then it goes down and it vents here. That's perfect for the snow, because when the wipers are wiping the snow, snow can get compacted here.
Okay.
So, two things. Number one, you have a lot of space for the snow to move away, and you have heaters underneath the screen to melt the snow, which is perfect. So you're not gonna have any issues with snow compacting under the windscreen wipers, okay? Let me show you a different car. Can you see over here? You see here there's an edge.
Yes.
Yeah, this will compact so much snow that the wiper blade will never go all the way down.
Yeah.
So I found it that it's struggling, so it stops over here because it keeps on compacting, and there's nowhere for it to go.
Yeah.
It just stays here, and it waits for it to melt, and there's nothing here to melt it. So there's no heaters, there's nothing here for it to melt basically. So you're gonna have issues, and I did have issues with this car. Like if it's snowing and you're going let's say 50 mile or 40 mile an hour, it will get compact. Look how here is smooth, and here it will drain immediately and it will melt, so it will not stay here. But can you see it?
Yes.
That's the difference. And look at the distance here, the space
Between the wiper blade, yeah?
Yeah, look at the space.
Yeah.
That's different. So far I have shown you 4 different ways into defrosting your car without actually trying anything. You can just have your coffee and defrost, let the car do it itself. So number 1, use your fob. Number 2, use the manual heater. Number 3, the timer. Number 4, you have a defrost button. And if you follow all of these steps, you don't have to take out your potato peels like they put on the internet, or use your shaving cream, or use your toothpaste. I don't know why people do that, or use the vinegar. Now I understand these are older cars and have this technology. If you can afford the new one, go for it. But I'm telling you that an older car is cheaper, better, more value for money, more comfortable than a brand new car that you're gonna buy to impress your friends. I hope you learned something new on this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Enjoy your winter. Bye-bye. Snow mode. And it destroyed all the snow. How much more?
Yeah, try on this bump.